Did you know that most of the food in the US is genetically modified? According to a statistic I found on earthshare.org, it states up to 70% of food found in our grocery stores contains genetically engineered ingredients. I'm sure we have all heard of GMOs and how they are not the best pick when it comes to picking your food items. Organic, non-processed foods are a much better alternative to these GMO products and will help us more in the long run. Foods that are not processed are known to be healthier, better for your skin, and could help prevent you from getting a disease in the future. Even though we are all young now, we need to be thinking about our bodies down the road and what is best to be putting in them. I have been eating natural, non-processed foods for over 3 years now, and I have a lot more knowledge on the topic than some others would. Eating naturally derived foods will always be better than choosing those that contain GMOs. I will first talk about some background on GMOs, then about how they can cause harm to your health, and lastly, about how they can cause harm to the environment. GMOs were introduced to food in the United States in 1994, and they have not stopped growing since then. GMOs were first developed to try and help farmers have steady crops all year round. The purpose of GMOs is to introduce a new trait into a species. This could include a resistance to bugs or environmental conditions. The use of genetically modified material is to create something that looks like a real tomato, but is actually just a clone. According to non-GMOproject.org, it states that genetically modified organisms are living organisms whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated in a lab through genetic engineering. Eating products that contain GMOs could potentially be harmful to humans, but there is no way to know until further research is conducted. Products that are not processed have no risks and will always be a healthier option. They are picked and put straight into the store without having to go through any machines that can manipulate the products. Some examples of non-GMO products are foods such as chia seeds and flax seeds. Both of these tiny seeds are beneficial for our bodies and are known to be some of the best sources of fiber in the world. As GMOs continue to get bigger, they can tend to have a more negative impact on some areas of life. Our health is one of the main concerns when it comes to genetically modified foods. Processed foods are made differently than foods that are naturally derived, which means that a lot of the food's integrity can be taken away. They can tend to have a lot more sugar than regular foods that are not processed. You can get a lot more nutrient intake that is good for your health if you eat non-processed foods. According to Healthline.com, it states that eating a diet rich in nutrient, unprocessed foods may also help reduce inflammation, which is considered a major driver of heart disease. Eating organic foods can also help your immunity in the long run, as your health won't be impacted by the things that you're eating. Most people make the switch to organic foods because they are known to improve gut health, which is a problem that a lot of people have. If you experience any kind of health problems because of the food you eat, try changing some of your diet to organic food and see how you feel after. The environment can also take a toll because of these new ways of creating food. As the GMO square footage widens by the year, the effects it can cause on the environment need to be taken into account. Pesticides were introduced to the GMO world because they can help the crops grow better and without fear of bugs eating them. A study that was included on petpedia.co states that GMO statistics reveal that since the introduction of bioengineering, the use of toxic herbicides like Roundup has risen by 15%. Pesticides can contaminate soil, water, and the air. As these toxins go into the earth, they can also impact wildlife in a negative way. The land clearing effects that pesticides have on the environment has caused millions of animals to have to relocate to new areas. As animals are forced to relocate, they could have to go to areas that don't accommodate their species. This could also cause wild animals to come closer to cities, which is dangerous for people living there. Organic foods will always be more sustainable for our environment and for our bodies. The impact that eating organically can have on our world is inspirational and is what drives me to eat this way. Now you know a lot more about the background on GMOs, how they can cause harm to your health and harm to the environment. I hope that some of these words resonated with you and made you understand the importance of eating foods with no GMOs. Even starting with just changing one item to an organic brand is a step in the right direction. I encourage all of you to do this the next time you are at the grocery store. Natural foods will all have so many benefits for our bodies. Natural foods have so many benefits, not only for our bodies, but for the world as well. The food we eat can come a lot farther than just our supermarkets, and the impact we make is a lot greater than we think. The more we think consciously about our choices, even when it comes to food, the longer we will have a safe and clean world to live in. Thank you.